If you think that Bali is overrated, you're just going to the wrong places. I used to feel the same way. I'd see the beach clubs, the scooters, the crowds, and I kept putting it off. But Bali isn't the problem. It's just that everyone's going to the same places. For my 28th birthday, I wanted something different. Not Canggu, not Seminyak. I wanted peace, culture, nature.
It's literally so beautiful.
Something real. So I did some digging, booked a stay at an eco-luxury resort tucked into the rice terraces, and flew over 24 hours across the world to a quiet little village called Sidemen. And the second we pulled up, I knew this was it. This was the Bali I'd been searching for. Welcome to Sidemen.
So we have officially made it to Bali. Our flight was super quick. It was only 2 hours and I didn't even remember, but I guess I had booked first class for our flight. Jerem's just using the bathroom real quick before we head to our resort. We have a driver from the resort that came to pick us up. It's a beautiful day today in Bali. The sun's shining, so hopefully it's the same in Sidemen. The weather has looked a little suspect before we got here on the weather apps, but I kept seeing people say to not pay attention to the weather apps at all because they were not accurate. So I wasn't too stressed or concerned about it, but we're gonna go to our driver now and head on over to the resort. Thank you.
Hold on.
It was hot, sunny, and humid in Denpasar, but thankfully our driver came prepared with chilled wet towels and cold water waiting in a cooler inside the car. The drive to Sidemen usually takes about 1.5 hours from the airport, but we hit a little traffic, nothing major, just enough to remind us that we weren't in paradise just yet. As we got closer to the resort, my stomach suddenly dropped. You know that awful feeling that you get when you realize that you've forgotten something important? Like your wallet or your ID after a long night out? Yeah, that was me.
Almost had a mini heart attack because I thought I lost the mic, but somehow it was attached to my backpack. I do not remember putting it there. Thank God. I was really freaking out, but the resort is beautiful. It was a long drive, but it was worth it.
The moment I stepped into the reception area at Samanvaya Resort, it all melted away. The energy here is so calm, grounding, and serene. I sipped on cool lemongrass tea, wiped my face with a cold towel, and instantly felt like I belonged. The staff were incredibly kind. They walked us through the amenities, dining options, and our itinerary for the next few days. We got there early, so we decided to explore the resort a bit while waiting for our villa. Honestly, being adults only made it feel like a peaceful little jungle escape. No screaming kids, just rice fields and spa energy. We did a quick walk through the resort and it's beautiful. Hello, thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
So beautiful, I can't believe we're really here. We watched some videos of this place, vlogs, but it's even more beautiful and peaceful. I feel like now that we're actually here.
Yeah, definitely felt at peace ever since we got here.
I'm just happy that we're here and we're settled and we'll be spending the next 3 days here. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. I just can't get over it. After waiting around for a bit, it was finally time to check into our villa, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint. The first thing I noticed was the water dispenser. The downstairs bathroom had both a rain shower and a bathtub, and just outside that, the master bedroom opened up to the most insane views of the rice terraces. The upstairs had an open-air living and dining space with a beautiful bamboo ceiling and the same peaceful views that made us feel like we were in a treehouse. There were even Balinese robes in the closet and a WhatsApp phone by the bed to contact reception. It was cozy, elegant, and felt like the perfect mix of eco-luxury and comfort. We were starving after all that exploring, so we grabbed a quick lunch. I didn't document much because we were a little hangry, but I did get a few clips, and then we got ready to head to the pool. We just got back from having some lunch at the restaurant here.
It was great.
Yeah, we're just gonna hit the pool for a little bit before dinner later and relax. They had these hats in here that we could wear, so bringing out this sun hat. He got a little like cowboy straw hat look going on. Still kind of feels like unreal that we're here. That's what that is, right? Habi? They definitely got the bugs out here, but we are like in a lush jungle. Their bugs are huge. Now came our biggest dilemma of the day. Which pool should we lounge at first? We ended up at the main pool up top, sipping fresh Balinese tea, watching the farmers tend to the fields, and soaking in the views.
Oh yeah, this is the life.
As the sun started to set, the breeze picked up and I started to get a little chilly, so naturally I made my way to the jacuzzi. It was the perfect end to a long, peaceful day, just soaking in the warm water, watching the sky fade behind the palm trees, and listening to the sounds of Sidemen. After that, we headed back to the villa, ordered some room service, and called it a night. I wanted to be fully recharged because tomorrow's my birthday, and let's just say I had something very special planned.
Good morning, everybody. We're about to head out for a cooking class right now. Last night was like the first night that we had a full night's sleep. I think I got at least like 7, 8, and maybe even 9 or 10 hours of sleep last night. It's a beautiful morning. I don't think it rained or anything last night. I've been really happy with the weather so far. Hopefully it stays as good as it's been. It's like a little bit overcast, a little bit of clouds in the sky, but nothing too crazy. I don't even know exactly where this coffee shop that we're trying to go is, but there is a coffee shop here. It's called Citrus and Vine. We really wanted to get like a little smoothie or something before our cooking class. Oh, I left my phone. Hopefully Jeremy sees that or meets me over there. Look at this view. It's literally so beautiful. Oh, I'm so happy that we're here. Can't get over this. Feels like a dream. Hi, how do you get to Citrus and Vine? So this way? Okay, thank you. Everybody here's so nice too. I just love it. And like America is so ghetto. Why are people so mean there? They also have bikes here too that you can rent, but we're a little bit scared. Probably not gonna be doing that. Okay, now I'm like confused. Do I go this way? I have to ask somebody. Hello, where's the Citrus and Vine coffee shop? Down this way? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Yeah, hopefully Jeremy will be able to find this place. I had to ask 2 people. It's kind of like on the side of the resort, so you have to go to this main road here.
I was already stressed walking into Citrus and Vine. We were running late, I didn't have my phone, and I couldn't even double check the time. So I placed an order, sat down outside, and hoped Jeremy would show up soon, preferably with my phone and not lost in the rice fields.
Did you have trouble finding it?
No.
And I forgot my phone. Did you bring it? Oh, okay, great. I was like, hopefully he sees it and will grab my phone. Did you ask somebody where it was, or you just walked about it? Oh, I asked like 3 people how to get here. It's got us the same thing. I just got us the matcha smoothie.
If I didn't like matcha.
Needless to say, he did like the matcha smoothie. We basically inhaled our smoothies and speed walked back to reception at Salmon Via at like 3.0 speed. Luckily, Indonesian people tend to run on island time, so even though we were technically late, our driver hadn't arrived just yet.
Oh, there's one here. I'm assuming we just eat right here.
We had no idea what to expect from the cooking class, but turns out it was a full day, 6-hour excursion. Our first stop was the local market in Sidemen, and on the way there, we got a glimpse of everyday life. Ibus carrying goods on their heads, workers loading trucks, and locals chatting near food stalls. When we walked into the market, I was like, okay, wow, this place is huge. Our guide explained that it was the main market where locals shop, and it honestly felt so raw and so real. There were stacks of vibrant fruits, fresh veggies, and the tiniest bananas that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's really good. This is apparently the 3rd of the 4th block of this store. I thought that was it back there, but there's so much stuff here. Now this looks more like desserts, pastries, some skincare.
Before leaving, I got to make a traditional Balinese offering to take back to our villa, which was such a special way to start the day. Then came the trek through the rice terraces. And let me tell you, it was not giving casual stroll.
So now we are literally in the fields. We're about to pick out some of our own like vegetables and herbs and different things like that, and then we're gonna head to our cooking class.
This the Balinese product Canggu biloba.
Oh wow.
This circulasi for the brain. Yeah.
Yeah.
This letter for the good for the tea.
Ooh, boba tea. This is so exciting.
This the Balinese. The green like that. This small one, this the eating with the sambal.
Oh.
Eating raw with the spicy. More spicy, more. Why call me green kitchen? Because the green in the kitchen.
In this moment, walking through the fields, picking herbs, and tasting fruit under the sun, it hit me. This is what I came to Bali for. It was peaceful, raw, and unforgettable.
Hello.
The path was narrow, muddy, and slippery from the rain. I tripped at least 3 times and was fully convinced that I was going to twist my ankle. Finally, we made it to our destination. Green Kitchen.
Why call me green kitchen? Because the green in the kitchen.
This is wild. Had a couple of slip-ups, a couple of trips, but we did it. We're at the Balinese cooking class.
Entire pants got messed up. That's okay.
Hello. Thank you so much.
We were greeted with fresh ginger tea and a filling snack, which honestly saved me.
It's so nice.
I
The
know.
old people here, they are so kind.
Yeah.
So warm hearted.
Yeah.
So nice.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
I love that.
Once we recovered, our chef brought us into the heart of the kitchen, grabbing pandan leaves, scooping rice, and letting us taste every step.
Cool.
With the smoky.
It wasn't just a lesson, it was storytelling through flavor, and we were hands-on the whole way.
Oh. It's good though.
Why in Bali, Balinese ingredient?
I'm not even kidding, some of the best flavors I've ever had.
Good, tasty.
Spicy, huh? Oh, this is hot.
Good. Because the blood coming.
Then came the real work, cooking everything ourselves using traditional Balinese methods. It was basically a full-body workout. I was sweating, low-key struggling, but also having a blast. Huge respect to the Balinese people who cook like this daily. It's not easy, but it made me appreciate the meal on a whole different level. Everything was fire. I'm still thinking about that food to this day.
To this day!
Yum.
Selamat makan. Bon appetit. Happy meal. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We came back to the villa and boom, a cute little chocolate cake and some flowers were waiting for me. I'm guessing it was a birthday surprise, or Bali's way of saying you survived the rice terrace trek.
So now we're just in the lobby waiting for our silver class. They're gonna drive us there.
Rice trekking was amazing. I did not know what to expect at all. I did. It was a little slippery because it's been raining. It's muddy. It's a rice field, so I did slip, fall into an irrigation ditch. It was all good. We didn't get hurt at all. The food was amazing. Everybody was so nice. It was such a great experience, and I'm having a great day. And I'm so happy that my lovely wife here is having a great day as well, and a great birthday.
We actually came here on motorcycles, which we didn't know what we were expecting or how we were gonna get here, but it was actually really fun. We went across this bridge though on the motorcycle. The bridge is a little shaky at some parts, so you gotta go a little bit slow, but it was fun.
At the start of the silver jewelry making class, we got to pick a ring design and start crafting it by hand. And I'm not gonna lie, it was intense.
Was it hard?
Let me know if you want me to.
Yeah, you did.
I got you.
You got it, you're strong.
Try?
Yeah, sure. It's hard, huh?
Yeah, it's hard.
Nick in Bali! Nick in Bali! Yeah, experience! Yeah, Sidemen silver! Yeah! Come on, 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 come on.
Woo!
Wasn't it sport, yeah?
Yeah.
When we finally got to the braiding part, I was in my element. One of the instructors, Munduk, even told me that I was a pro. That confidence lasted exactly 5 minutes because next thing I knew, I almost sliced my finger off.
So we just got back from our silver jewelry making class. We both made rings and I think they came out really good. I feel like I'm feeling a little bit of sprinkling right now, but nothing too crazy. So hopefully it just like stays like this or it stops. We made it back in time for the traditional Balinese dance. So hopefully they come out soon. I'm excited to see that. And we'll probably order a little bit of cocktail before our massage. Our massage is at 6 still, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm very excited for that massage. I literally cannot wait for that. I feel like it's gonna be amazing.
The traditional Balinese dance performance was mesmerizing. Until me and Germ got pulled up to dance in front of everyone. After that, we walked over to the spa, and the moment we stepped in, peace. The vibes were immaculate. We got one of the best massages of our lives, followed by a hot bath soak that completely reset my body. Then came our private romantic dinner in a hut overlooking the rice terraces. The setting was perfect, the food was amazing, and I discovered a new favorite dessert, kui dadar, a pandan and coconut rolled crepe. My birthday was filled with everything I love: fresh food, meaningful culture, beautiful nature, and my favorite person. I couldn't have imagined a better way to celebrate. This one was definitely one for the books.
Good morning, everybody. It is our last full day in Sidemen. We are going on a tour today, and we're going to check out Gambling Waterfall. We're running a little bit behind. I feel like I keep waking up thinking that we're going to have plenty of time, and then it's like the time that we're supposed to go, and we haven't eaten breakfast or anything yet. So I'm just going to the same Citrus and My coffee shop at the resort, trying to get a smoothie before we head out for our tour in like 5 minutes.
Of course, I lost my voice the day after my birthday. Getting sick on vacation is the worst, but I was determined to make the most out of our last day in Sidemen. We had a full day ahead, starting with a 3-hour tour led by a local guide. Our first stop was a lookout point over the Sidemen rice terraces, and it was drop dead gorgeous. The kind of view that makes you go quiet for a second. If I had a voice to even say anything.
It's a bit steep. That one.
Oh, watch out, that one's a little...
Yeah.
Maybe come back here.
We are at the Sidemen rice terrace. Right now they're currently growing vegetables like sweet corn and chilies, but they grow rice twice a year. There's just expansive fields and terraces. There's a great view of the volcano. A little cloudy right now, but sometimes you can't even see it because of the clouds. Over there, that's another resort, Ubud It, and then over there, that's our resort, Samambaya.
We drove around Sidemen and got to see all of the beautiful rice terraces.
So these are some more rice terraces in Sidemen, but this is actual rice right here, not the vegetables. I think these are more like vegetables over here. It's just an amazingly beautiful place. So many palm trees, just so much greenery. There are a lot of bugs out here, so if you're not the person that's big on bugs, I don't know. I mean, I'm personally not huge on bugs, but I've been dealing with it the best I can, and it hasn't been that bad. Another interesting thing that I've noticed is that people honk a lot here on the roads, but it's not a mean honk. It's not a, get out the way honk or what are you doing honk. It's more of a honk to let you know that they're coming. The roads here are a little bit skinny, and there's a lot of blind corners, so a lot of people honk to let you know that they're coming. They can also honk if they want to pass you, but the honks here are more of a pleasant honk and not some type of the honks we get back in America. Also, some of the roads, there's some potholes and things. We are in a kind of a rural village, so not too surprising. I hope they can get some money to help fix those and really support the locals there and give them new roads. But that is something I noticed. There's a lot of rain here too, so that might contribute to those potholes that can wash the roads out. This is also supposed to be what Ubud was like 20, 30 years ago. A little bit touristy, but not too much. Still a lot of local people, local villages. So great place to come if you want to get the real Bali experience.
Next up, and probably the most popular stop in Sidemen, Gambling Waterfall. The drive there was stunning, lined with lush palm trees and tropical jungle vibes all around. Since we took a car instead of a motorbike, we had to park further down and hike in from the car lot, which, fair warning, adds a bit more effort. There is a donation required to enter, so just keep that in mind. The walk was a little more intense than I expected, lots of stairs, and I was out there hiking in a dress, of course. But it only took about 20 minutes, and it was definitely doable. And when we reached the top, it was so worth it. The views were unreal. I'd never seen a waterfall like this, with natural pools overlooking the valley. Sidemen isn't known for waterfalls, but Gambling is absolutely an exception. When we first got there, it wasn't that crowded, but by the time we left, it was packed with people lining up for their Instagram photos. If you want the place to yourself, I definitely recommend getting there early in the morning or going right before closing. We threw our clothes back on and decided to enjoy the view from a nearby lookout instead. Peaceful and just as beautiful. Our last stop of the day was a visit to a traditional weaving factory. We got to see the weaving process up close, and it was honestly fascinating, but also looked like a lot of hard work. Our guide explained that the workers don't get paid much for all the effort they put in. So I decided to support and buy a scarf, or maybe a sarong? I'm not totally sure what I bought, but it was cute, so I got it. I stood out on the balcony just soaking in the views. Despite being sick, I felt this deep and peaceful appreciation for the people, the land, the culture, all of it. And then, as if Bali was sending us off in the most poetic way, it started to rain. We made our way to our last tea time, sitting under cover and sipping warm Balinese tea while listening to the rain pour. Even in the rain, Sidemen is pure magic. Once the rain let up, we headed to our last dinner at Samanvaya. Satay, fresh ahi tuna, and a whole lot of gratitude. After dinner, we made one last stop at Citrus and Vine. This time, not for a rush breakfast, but for gelato. We sat outside, enjoying the warm night air, our sweet treat, and the perfect vibes. Sidemen was everything and more. I don't even know what my favorite part was. The nature, the people, the rice fields, the food, the culture, Samanvaya. Everything felt intentional. Everything felt right. I was sad to leave this magical place, but excited for what's next. Munduk, where we chased waterfalls and got even deeper into nature, culture, and adventure. See you in the next vlog.